and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
And it's Advantage Galacticos talking about Real Madrid. They are already on their way to another final.
On their way. 2-1. Fantastic result for Real Madrid in Germany. And you say they have one foot in the final already. We'll see what happens in the second leg on Tuesday, next Tuesday. That is right. Let's move on now. Let's go to basketball, NBA playoffs. Cecilia, LeBron James bit the buzzer and ultimately beat the Indiana Pacers to give the Cleveland Cavaliers a very, very crucial win in Game 5. Now the Cavs lead that series 3-2.
98-95. I told you I was going to go down the wire.
This one looks that way.
This was going to happen on Friday night at Indianapolis.
Exactly. We'll see how that one pans out as well. Let's move on quickly. Let's go and talk about this one. Massive updates coming from the camp of Deontay Wilder, WBC heavyweight champion of the world. The stories is this morning that Deontay Wilder's camp have offered Anthony Joshua a $50 million to fight, to face the American in their heavyweight unification bout before the end of the year. It's a take it or leave it offer. $50 million on the table for Anthony Joshua to face Deontay Wilder.
Take it, but it's not going to happen this year.
Oh my goodness, Cecilia.
Negotiation begins.
Yeah.
Because the first time it was coming from the camp of Anthony Joshua, who said they've actually made an offer that he cannot reject.
And the figures that came out of that one turned out to be £12 million. Right.
Just hold this.
Then afterwards, Anthony Joshua came out and said, if I actually get a $50 million offer to fight Deontay Wilder, I'm taking it. I'll do it.
And now
what have they done? What have they done?
Anthony Joshua, get ready, put on your gloves and start training.
Fantastic.
But then he's got some fights lined up for him before he can think of this one.
No, we can do this one. Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, you can get special permits to do a unification bout. That's what everyone wants to see now. No one's really about mandatory challenger, Alexander Povechkin and all those guys. No disrespect to them. Everyone wants to see this unification bout between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder.
He's been given 24 hours to sign. So it started counting last night.
Exactly. And by today, 12 a.m. UK time, the camp of Anthony Joshua that's majorly about early earn, they have to accept this offer. If they don't accept it, then the offer is taken off the table. I imagine a lot of boxing fans out there, they want to see the deal accepted so they can fix it.
He hasn't received any contract because he needs to see details of everything. So it's just enough for them making.
Yeah, that's where they take it from. I'm sure. Come on, these are all businessmen. They know how to handle their stuff, and yeah.
You get to find out more after that.
Yeah, but
take it or leave it. But
this one is getting very interesting now, Cecilia. I know you're not very keen. You're not very sure this fight. You're not keen actually on this fight to go ahead. I don't know why.
No, it can go ahead. I'm saying it shouldn't happen this year.
Why not? What's stopping it?
Under his belt before he can face this man. I just feel he's not ready.
I think AJ is ready. I think AJ is ready to face anyone right now, and the sooner the better. And keeping boxing fans waiting for too long. We are, thirsty.
After the fight, what else are we going to wait for? So why not just allow us to enjoy the moment, the suspense?
What else are we going to wait for? We can wait for a rematch, a Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder trilogy or something. 1, 2, 3, 4 fights. We've seen it before. So it's not going to be the end of it. And I am here silently hoping and praying that these guys can reach a deal for that unification bout before the end of the year. Anthony Joshua, make the deal, mate.
Okay, 12 a.m. we're waiting.
Make the deal,
it's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll find out.
All right, where do you go from
Okay,
here?
let's go
from the ring to the tennis court.
Right.
Okay, Djokovic, he's out, no longer needs. But the thing is, he says he doesn't have many matches. So he needs more matches. And the more he gets more matches, the more he's going to stay on court, or rather on a particular tournament for long.
Do you know why he doesn't get more matches?
Because he's losing.
Because he keeps losing in the first round, he keeps losing in the second round. So how do you play?
In the fourth round.
Exactly. So he's in a very difficult situation.
Yes.
And I said yesterday that Djokovic's level right now is not what we used to seeing from him. A couple of years ago, this guy was almost invincible, and no one could beat him. But last year, horrible season for Djokovic, majorly due to injuries. And it's 2018 now, and he's still battling with the same problem. He faced off against a player ranked 140 in the world, right? And you thought, regardless, he's struggling, elbow issues, he'll still have enough to get the job done. But that wasn't the case. He lost in 3 sets.
In 3 sets. I mean, the second set, when he came back, you'll be thinking, this is the Djokovic you knew. Yeah. But after that 6-1, I was like, okay, what happened in the final set? He just didn't have that enough firepower. Now we understand that he got it by, in the opening round, thinking, okay, he's going to maybe get something. But, I mean, if you check Djokovic since Wimbledon last year, he hasn't reached the last 8 of any tournament.
None. Right? None whatsoever. It's been a struggle for Djokovic, and I wonder where he's going to go from here now. But he's a super champ, and he just has to keep pushing and, and keep, persevering, and hopefully he can hit that form again. He's had to go through a lot. He's changed his backroom stuff a couple of times. Now he started working with Andre Agassi as well.
That's the problem.
Yeah, perhaps that as well. We thought, okay, the combination of him and Andre Agassi was going to super. But nothing has really come out of that. He brought in Radek Stepanek as well. Too. Nothing has come out of that one as well. Too. So a lot of issues for Djokovic to deal with and to sort out before the French Open.
I think when I saw that first set ending in 32 minutes, I was like, is this Djokovic I'm watching?
Yes, he's the one.
Okay, second set, finally was able to, break the set twice, taking it and all that. But then the third one, he just collapsed, and that was it. You know what, let's listen to him. He needs more matches to be able to stay longer in a particular tournament.
I wasn't to be. I didn't play at my level. I only played at my level in the second set. After the first and third were not that great, and just it's tough to deal with this kind of loss in matches. I'm trying to get the rhythm, and I want to have more matches, but unfortunately. That sport, you can't play always as you want, as you wish, but I haven't had too many matches in the last 12 months, so it's a lack of that match play, lack of these kind of situations, and hopefully I can get some more in the future.
Okay, we'll see if he's going to get more matches. Well, then the only way you can get more matches, according to Tayo, is if he start winning. When he's winning and gets to the final, you know that, okay, you may have played 6 in a particular tournament. Yeah. And Monte Carlo, it wasn't cool for him because he also lost very early. That was second round exit, right?
Not
as bad as exactly. So right now, you haven't, not a good one for him.
I'm not even trying to put any final pressure on Djokovic. He just needs to get to the latter rounds of the competition. Quarterfinals, let's start from there, because he hasn't been to the quarterfinals since returning from that elbow injury in 5 tournaments. So it tells you how far he is from getting to the top. Let's go and talk about the guy that is on top now. The guy that is likely to be on top, that has been on top for a very long time when we're talking about clay, and that's Rafael Nadal. And it took on our compatriot yesterday in the second round of the Barcelona Open, and there was only one winner. It was a bit tough, as you can see from the scoreline, which ended 6-4, 6-4 in favor of Rafael Nadal, taking on his fellow Spaniard, Roberto Caballes Baena. And Baena gave him a good run for his money. And this guy's never faced off before, so perhaps it took a while for Nadal to figure out his opponent. But once he's done that, and that was it.
That's another thing. I mean, if you check, Nadal hasn't dropped a set since last year in Rome.
Incredible stuff.
So
38 straight sets. 38.
He did that was against Dominic Thiem. That was in Rome.
That was the last time he lost.
That was the last time he dropped a set. Okay, but just what's going to happen on this one, but we know what's going to happen anyway.
You know what's going to happen.
11. Yeah,
11
he's going to get 11.
So we just count. No, but seriously,
look, if you check those guys,
the guys that are still in the draw, I don't know, maybe you are Dominic Thiem, there's Grigor
Dimitrov.
Right? You don't think none of those guys can just pull off a surprise victory over Nadal? Okay. I know with the way he's playing is difficult, but perhaps they can. I don't know. I think it's going to be very difficult.
Maybe, because if you check what Grigor Dimitrov did against his opponent that he played against, it was 6-2, 6-1 against Gilles Simon. And we know that Gilles Simon is another fantastic player. So that was what. But Dimitrov, you really can't predict him because he blows hot and cold. Today he's playing very well, and the next day, I mean, he crumbles. So I really can't put my money on him. But Team happens to be the last guy Rafael Nadal even lost his set to. That was Rome last year. So he's still there, but then he struggled in his own against Juan Munan 7-6, 6-1 to reach the last set. First set was difficult for him, but immediately he got his rhythm. He just went on and he took it.
Interesting. We'll see how it plays out by the end of the week. By Monday we'll come back here. Definitely we'll know a winner of the Barcelona Open. Is looking very likely to be Rafael Nadal.
Any other winner will be an upset.
Right. Exactly. Let's go and talk about the NBA playoffs now. And we saw 4 fantastic games of basketball early this morning. We'll start with the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets have booked a place in the semifinals of the Western Conference after defeating the Minnesota Timberwolves 122-104. Clint Capella scoring 26 points and grabbing 15 rebounds in that particular victory. No surprise there. First seed taking an 8th seed. And the first seed have done what expected of them, and they've moved on into the second round.
No time to waste.
No time to waste at all.
Wizards and Raptors.
Wizards and Raptors. This one's going to go down to the wire. 3-2 in favor of the Toronto Raptors now. DeMar DeRozan scoring 32 points in that victory. 108-98 ended in favor of Toronto. Game 6 back in Washington. You expect the Wizards to probably win that one. Then we'll go back to Toronto for Game 7.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to play out, right?
I think so.
Okay, let's talk about this one.
Okay, they just
one of the most exciting matchups we've seen in this series so far. The Utah Jazz and the OKC Thunder. What a game this was, Cecilia. The Thunder won 107-99, but they had to overcome a 25-point deficit in the second half to win this game. Paul George was on fire, scoring 34 points and grabbing 8 rebounds for the Thunder in this victory. Interesting. And last but not the least, the Pacers and the Cavs. Another very interesting game.
Of course.
Cavaliers winning this one 98-95. LeBron James scoring a 3-pointer at the buzzer. Yeah, I mean, like when you slap the buzzer, like, there's no coming back for the other teams, right? That's exactly what happened. But these are the two guys that top performers on the night, no doubt whatsoever.
Russell Westbrook, 45 points. That's the reason they had to win that one. 50 rebounds and 7 assists. A good one.
Fantastic.
We talked about them recovering from a 25-point deficit. So with all these points, you know, you're already going to claim it. Then for LeBron, 40 points. 10 rebounds, 8 assists.
They needed.
And before that, he had a huge block shot in the Pacers' final possession. That actually helped.
That's a very controversial move because
could have been.
From what we've seen of the replays and everything, it looked like a goaltending. I mean, the ball definitely looked like it touched the backboard before LeBron got his palm to it. So, but unfortunately, I mean, the referee didn't see that. Game went on, and they went on to score on the final possession as well. So, the Cavs, congratulations, you're up 3-2, and we'll see what happens in the next game. And you never know. This one, I feel it's not over. Friday night, we'll see. Today, one game, Celtics versus the Bucks. The Bucks, they have to win this one to stave off elimination. The Celtics, just one win, and they're through to the semifinals in the Eastern Conference. We need to go on a break now. When we come back, I'll be looking at the Nigerian Women's Football League games played yesterday.